peace. I don't hang around no
more than I gave. Did I look out for the people, or did I do it all for fame? Legend is Exodus, searching for euphoria, judging through the mud to find the present, no ignoring. I got 20,000 deep up in the street like we some warriors. My mama told me never bow your head. Whoa.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am. How could I forget? I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious.
I'm feeling glorious. The crib looking victorious. Oh yes it is. You know that we've been going it. Since we hopped out that DeLorean. Yeah, we went.
Welcome in, everybody, to Purple and Gold Talk, brought to you by the In Off the Bench podcast. I am your host, Jim Cross. I'm joined as always by the Ava Garza. Ava, how you doing tonight?
Good. I mean, I'm really excited, very, very excited that we have another LSU baseball player. And shout out because it's Jake Brown's birthday, I'm pretty sure. So it's
Yeah,
a great day. It's a great day for
21,
LSU
it's Jake
baseball.
Brown's birthday. We are 32 days away. Shout out Kate Anderson on the number countdown. I was going to do the video, but, I'm not going to make Daniel watch videos all night when, he's got important things to do. We are getting into the grind. We're almost to baseball season. But before we start, we got to plug our sponsors. Chinook Seedery, 8 flavors, mild to wild, the best sunflower seeds in the game. Less salt, no sandpaper tongue. They are the way to go. Jesus One Apparel, John 16:33, empowering young men and women to be strong in their faith. And then I got on the hat that just got in today, Ava. Hot Rods Creole sent me the barbecue sauce. It's fixing to be on around here, but you can go to hotrodscreole.com. Get your supplies today. LSU tailgates are not official unless you have them. But enough of that. Daniel, man, how we doing tonight?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Man, fantastic. Like she said, we are blessed. Anytime we get to talk LSU baseball, get another story, especially somebody who's just coming in, JUCO bandit like yourself. So, man, we're excited to have you. Ava, this is the 50th LSU baseball guest over 6 years. Like, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I'm excited for this one. So, Daniel, where are you from?
I'm actually from Prairieville, Louisiana. It's right outside of Baton Rouge, so hometown kid.
So we always ask, what's one thing that I have to do there or go eat from your hometown?
I mean, really, you got to hit up all the food spots. You can't go wrong any seafood place. Like, I'll give you one for example. Like, one of my favorites is Mike Anderson's. Like, can't go wrong there. Really anywhere seafood you see anywhere with seafood, like, go try it out.
Mike Anderson's is the one and only spot, Ava, that I ate oysters. I didn't want them. Didn't want to try them. My dad.
They're really good. They're oysters.
They're so good.
My
They're
dad,
good.
being from Louisiana, made me do it. He's like, if you're gonna do it, this is the spot to do it. And I did them. Not big on the texture, but I did it there. So Mike Anderson's is memorable forever.
Shout out Mike Anderson.
Shout out Mike Anderson. So you went to Catholic high school, which has a ton of notable alumni. Who's the most famous to you?
There's a lot that you go down the list with. Top ones that come to mind are the Nola brothers, Josh Smith. That's really the main ones that come to mind.
So you were a dual sport athlete in high school. Did playing 2 sports help you to become a better overall athlete?
I think it did. Being a baseball and football guy, just being on the football field, just makes you learn how to be tough. How to just be resilient. Go through adversity on baseball and football field, but like it's 2 different types of adversity. Like football is a way more physical sport, so definitely builds character for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. And, as you're building this character, as you're coming up in these sports, who's your biggest influence, whether it's, in sports itself or someone overall, who's the person that's pouring into you the most as you're coming up?
Definitely my parents for sure. And, my dad, of course, he, since I was young, I've always been in sports. They've introduced me to pretty much every sport I've played: basketball, baseball, football, you name it. And I just fell in love with those sports at a young age, and just them pushing me to be better every day. Like, at everything I do. That just, is what keeps me going.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, who's the athlete you're looking up to? Who's your favorite athlete growing up?
Well, I'll just tell you my all-time favorite baseball player is Ken Griffey Jr. Even though he's a little bit before my time, but like not too ahead of my time. But like, I feel like that's who I look up to. If I had to draw a comparison, that's who I would, want to compare myself to. Not
Yeah,
just
that swing will never get old, Daniel. Like I don't care how many dudes come through and how old he is. That's still the prettiest swing I've ever seen.
oh yeah, for sure.
So you're a JUCO bandit, who was extremely successful. Talk about the life of a junior college baseball player, because we've had a few on here and they've talked about it, and it's a different grind than the D1. So just talk about that.
For sure, yeah. So it's really a different grind. I feel like it really does prepare you, to play baseball at this level. Where I went, McLennan in Texas, like we had a really good coaching staff. I mean, they had a lot of experience. It's just way different from D1. Like JUCO is like there's no rules practice wise. Like here we got 20-hour weeks and whatnot. Like JUCO, like when you hit the ground running when school starts, like you could practice for 6 hours on the field. It doesn't matter how hot or cold it is. So I mean, just doing that, playing baseball every day, like it just like just getting a lot of reps in and just like really helped me improve and get to where I'm at this point too.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we've heard from every guy who went JUCO. They talked about the repetition, right? Like some guys decide they're going to go to D1 out the gate, and then they end up not getting any reps and they're not getting any better. So a lot of times the guys who took the path that you did say they're grateful because like you said, it made you better because you got to put in all that time.
Right. I could agree with that. I mean, I feel like it was the best route for me to take, coming out of Catholic. I knew I had some work to do, on the field. And, I think I made the most of, my path and my opportunity. So.
Yeah, no doubt.
So you transferred to LSU. Was it always going to be LSU for you if they reached out, being that you are a Louisiana kid?
Yeah, of course. It was always, a dream of mine. Like when I had a list, of schools I wanted to go to at JUCO, that's, the number one spot, of course. And I'm grateful that, my dream was able to come true. But I wouldn't say it was just necessarily LSU. Of course, that's, always been my top spot. But I just wanted to get to a program that could, give me an opportunity to just, play at the next level.
So I have to know what's now your favorite place to eat in Baton Rouge? Because like now that you're at LSU, I feel like college kids kind of eat a little different sometimes. So like, what's your go-to spot here?
I can name a lot. For sure, Empire Wings.
I knew that was.
We knew that was coming.
It's in the stories nonstop with these guys.
Definitely Empire Wings. Me and a lot of guys go to Express Bowl a lot just because like it's just it's easy to get your food. Big meals. Fin Bomb. I don't think a lot of people know about that place, but that's like almost like an underground place that I really like. It's like a sushi place, like almost like a fast food sushi. Like you get like a bowl or like a burrito. It's really good. That's like spots I go to like between a practice or after practice for a quick meal or something.
So before Jim gets into the team, I need to know, have you picked your walk-up song? And if so, what is it?
Yeah. I haven't sent it in yet, but I'm really thinking about doing Barry Bonds by Kanye West. I don't know if you know what that is. That's on my, I think that's what I'm gonna do. But if not that, maybe Boosie. That's what I've done the past 2 years. So but I think I'm gonna change it up.
So indecisive right now. That's why a lot of guys I know have sent theirs in. So
Yeah.
I don't know when the deadline is, but you got to figure it out soon.
I think I sent mine a while back, but I told our Laura, our media lady, that I want to change it. So technically I have one in, but I'm thinking about switching it up.
Heard that. So this roster is absolutely stacked. Ava, D1 came out with their rankings today. They're these folks.
I saw that.
They're gonna put UCLA number one. Like it has nothing to do with being an LSU fan. Like, come on. So anyway, team is absolutely stacked. Let me ask you, Daniel, is it intimidating when you come in here and you look around, man, and everybody's so talented?
I think it can be. Like me, when I first got here, like just seeing the amount of talent, like seeing guys throw, seeing guys, hit and stuff. It's just like, you never like I've never been around so much talent. Like literally, you could put a lineup together with any that could go any type of way, and you could go out and compete at a high level. But it. I think it can be a little bit intimidating, but like it's something that you have to embrace, like as you're playing at a school like this.
I think back to the Aaron Beatty interview last year. Daniel, he comes in, Gatorade Player of the Year from Texas, but he says he gets there and he realizes everybody's the best player. Like where you're from and what you did before means nothing. Like you're gonna have to earn your spot, and that's what I love because Jay has said that in so many interviews. No spot is guaranteed for anybody. Doesn't matter what you did last year or who you were. So I love it, man. All you guys competing for these spots, and I think he's got the best job in America. I think he's got the hardest job in America because there's so many of y'all. But staying with that, talking about this amazing coaching staff, what's impressed you the most about them?
Yeah, really just like how they go about their work. Like they really want the best for us. I mean, we had a meeting yesterday and Coach Johnson said that, like they pick every one of us because, they see the value in us and they want us here. And, a lot of other schools can't really say that because they just pick guys to be roster spots, but like they really value us and they really, care about development and getting us better. And I think that's what really sets us apart from other programs.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, man, you come in, you're a 5-tool guy. You have the ability to play all over. Is that something that's a possibility? Obviously, I know your strengths in the outfield, but is it one of those things that you'll do whatever it takes? Coach asks you to do to get in on that field.
Yes, sir. I'm willing to do whatever. Like, I don't care if I have to put a glove on the other hand. I don't care if I have to play first base. Like, whatever coaches want me to do, like, I'm for it.
Yeah. First base would be interesting with your athleticism, but Trey Morgan played there once too. So, and they said he wasn't a first baseman, and then I've never seen somebody play it better. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Always my favorite question. Asking a hitter, through the fall, who would you say is the toughest pitcher you faced? We had Zach York. All we heard from the pitchers was he was owning everybody. But then he came on here and said, no, Cooper Moore had his number. So I ask you, what pitcher, through the scrimmages so far has had your number?
Yeah, I think two of the guys that come to mind for me is what I had the most trouble with is Devin Sheeran and Grant Fontenot. Like two guys you're going to play a big role in the bullpen as a closer. I mean, Devin's just really big, really kind of funky, throws hard, can spot up, so it was a difficult at bat for sure. And Grant, I think was just, phenomenal all fall. Like he could just put the ball wherever, honestly. And, both of them are living upper 90s with good off speed.
All right, Ava, you got it. It's game time. I got all my questions.
It's game time. All right. So we always play a game with people at the end of every show. So this one is this or that. Are you down to play?
I'm down.
Perfect. So you can pick one or the other, but you can't pick both. The first question is crunchy or soft tacos?
Crunchy.
Movies or TV shows?
TV shows.
Choose wisely. Who wins college football? Indiana or Miami?
Indiana.
Wear purple or gold uniforms?
Ooh, I think gold.
Good answer. You can only pick one as a teammate, Dylan Cruz or Paul Skeens.
Dylan Cruz.
Didn't even hesitate.
He didn't even hesitate on that one.
Like that, but
that would have stopped.
He's pictured him and Dylan patrolling the outfield together. That's exactly what he's doing.
Would you rather wrestle a tiger or a bear?
A bear.
Would you rather go to a bucket list concert or sporting event?
Ooh. Could it be like a playoff game, like a championship?
Any event.
I think I have to go with a sporting event.
What would
it be?
Like Game 7 World Series or NBA Finals, college football playoff game, like something like that.
So this is always Jim's question, but would you rather spend 5 years in prison or 10 years in a coma?
10 years in a coma.
He didn't hesitate. I love it. Look,
Yeah, he was pretty good
man,
on
you
that
not
one.
believe how many of these guys in here think that they can just handle prison. Give me 5 in prison. No.
Nah, I ain't built for that.
No, not at all. Hey, I like to tell people we had a top 10 Bellator fighter on here one time, and we asked that question. We didn't know he'd been to prison. He said, "I've been to prison. I'd never go back." And I was like, "If that dude don't want to go back, I got no business there." No, I was thinking the Paul Skeens. That's the first time I've ever put that in there. But I thought that might be harder.
I
but he
know. I was like, that's a
going
new
off pretty quick.
question.
I was gonna have him pick between his teammates, like I normally do. I figured I'd give him some throwbacks since I knew he'd be an LSU fan. But man, Daniel, before you get out of here, is anything you want to plug or promote? Anything you want to shout out? What I do need you to do, hold that up. I see what you're wearing. Yes, sir.
He's repping.
All right. Anything you want to plug or promote before you get out of here?
Not really. I just thank you for y'all's time. It was a pleasure. It was an honor.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, we'd like to thank you for joining us. If you like his story and you love the purple and gold, please like and share on Facebook, retweet us on X, like and subscribe on YouTube, and give us a follow on Instagram. Until next time, love purple and live gold.